The title is Intellectual Property Rights, Concept, Forms and Relevance. So now I take first the meaning. You may be aware about this, but you just listen this now carefully, all these things. You know, these are the three words. There are the three words. One is the intellectual, another is the property, third is the rights. Intellectual, this is related with the human beings. So this is related to the human intellect. So human mind is very fertile. Within 24 hours that you will get so many new ideas. So it is very fertile. So it is related, the intellectual is related with the human minds. Property is something that one owns or possesses. Say for instance, you may be having your property as a plot, a car, a mobile. These are the various forms of the physical property. But what is the intellectual property here? You know that you may write a very good book, you may write a very good article, and you are the engineering side. You may develop some technology that will become your property. So now this property will also be treated at par with the physical property. So if you have written a good book, if you have developed a technology, that will be treated as the physical property according to these laws, according to the intellectual property rights. Rights means a legal claim. That it means that it is your right, it is a legal claim. It means that if somebody will disturb your right, that immediately you can contact the legal system of the country, the court. So suppose you have written a very good book. If somebody will try to steal some part of your book, that immediately you can take the help of the legal system of the country. Similarly, you have developed a technology in your name. If somebody will try to disturb your right, then immediately you can contact the police. You can contact the legal system of the country. So what is the IPR? Now I think that the point is clear in your mind. A legal claim granted to the products of the mind, that is rights granted for innovations and inventions. So if you are having some inventions, if you are having some innovations in your name, if somebody will try, if somebody will have the unauthorized use of your work, then immediately you may contact the law of the land in India, outside India, because now the laws are uniform all over the world, almost uniform. So obviously there is a difference. We are having different laws. Other countries have the different laws, but these will be protected by the legal system of the country. So what are the legal claims of these rights? The legal claims, like any other property rights, these rights allow the owner of IP exclusive rights and benefits from his own work. So these may be licensed. Licensed means, say for example, you are having patent in your name. You are having the this some technology in your name. You have developed the technology. Now you can tell the users that okay, I am giving you the permission in the form of the license. So you can give the license, you can issue the license for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, that will depend up to you purely. What are the terms and conditions you will keep, that will be followed. Then sold, you may say that okay, that I am not interested to continue with this either in the form of the license or in the form of the ownership, so I am selling it. And you can sell it also. Gifted your dear near, that say you may gift, you may say that okay, free of cost I am giving you, nothing is to worry, you use it as your own. Inherited, here you will surprise to know that as you are having your property in your name, that your property normally will be equally distributed among your children. Similarly, that the IPR property, the right, that you can transfer to your children also, that I will give you in my presentation, that how it is inherited also. So in nutshell, this is the meaning of the intellectual property right. So it is a combination of the three words. It is the product of the mind. Product of the mind may be in the form of a book, in the form of an article, in the form of the poem, in the form of the novel, in the form of the technology. So, and now legal right, if somebody will disturb your right, it means that you can contact the legal system of the country. You can take the assistance of the legal help of the country legal system. It may be licensed also, it may be sold also, it may be gifted also, and it may be inherited also, like the physical property. So this is the meaning of the intellectual property rights. These are the forms of the IPRs. Normally, if you do not have the complete idea, that you will think that patent means IPR and IPR means patent. No, nothing is like that. We are having the 7 types of the IPRs: copyright, patent, trademark, industrial design, geographical indications, trade secret, layout designs of integrated circuits. And you academicians, engineers, or say the MSc in physical science or any other subject, that you will be affected by these first two laws. In fact, these laws are having the legal entity. In fact, these are the acts, these are the laws basically. So how these laws will affect the system, that here I will give the details of all these. So first I will take copyright. I am taking copyright deliberately because all you are academicians and you academics will be affected by these first two laws. So now I will give you some case studies also here related with these two. Copyright is a legal term describing rights given to creators for their literary and artistic work. So under the copyright law, two types of the work of a person are included. One is literary work and another is the artistic works. So this is the copyright law. It was passed in 1957. And what is the law? That law will give legal protection to the literary and artistic work of a person. So now you'll obviously ask me the literary work and artistic work, because as I have told you, this is the law basically, this is the legal right. So in the law, there is a definition of the literary work, there is the definition of the artistic work. So as per the law, literary works includes as novels, poems, plays, reference works, newspapers, computer programs, databases, films, musical compositions, and choreography. This is the definition of the literary work in our country as per the copyright law. So for your kind information, it means that the computer program, software, and all these databases all are included under the literary work. So it is not the part of the patent, because I will give you the patent also, but patent law also, but it is the copyright law. It is very wide. It is rather more wide in comparison of patent law. So it means that the films, musical composition, choreography, it means that the whole film industry, whole music industry, that covers under the copyright law in our country. What is the artistic works? Such as paintings, drawings, photographs, and sculpture, architecture, advertisements, maps, and technical drawings. So you are from the engineering background, so you can understand this better. Architecture work, sculpture work, advertisements, maps, and technical drawings, photographs, paintings, all are the part of the artistic work as per the copyright law in India. Besides these two major work, cinematographic films, which include soundtrack and video films, these are the part and parcel of the copyright law. Record any disc, tape, perforated roll, or other device, it is also part of the copyright law. Then beside this is the main law. Besides this main law, we are having some say the related rights. What are these related rights? Performing artist, say for example, when a teacher teaches in the class, teacher is also a performer. It means that the style of the teacher, that will also protect it. So when an actor, actress will work in a film, that the performance of the person, that will be protected under the copyright law. It means that a person may not copy the style of the other person. That will come under the performing artists. For example, in one movie, that Shah Rukh Khan tried to copy Dilip Kumar. Dilip Kumar immediately asked Shah Rukh Khan, you don't do such type of illegal things. Then the attorney of the Shah Rukh Khan suggested to Shah Rukh Khan that you please file unconditional apology to Dilip Kumar. Otherwise, there are the legal implications of this work also. Then immediately he did all these things, and he also tried to copy Manoj Kumar also. Manoj Kumar did the same thing, and Shah Rukh Khan also followed the same policy. So suppose Amitabh Bachchan is having his own style as an artist, so others may not copy in the movies, in the films, his style, his work. Producers of sound recordings, for example, cassette recordings and compact discs in their recordings, that will come under the related rights. Similarly, broadcasting organizations in their radio and TV programs, these are also the part and parcel of the copyright under the related rights. Why protect copyright? Very good question if you ask, because here I have given my presentation in such a manner in the question form. What are the questions, possible questions you may have in your mind? I am giving you the answer. Why you should protect copyright? The reason is, you know that the people are having the different type of the qualities. So for example, some are very good to write the poems, Some are very good in write the novels, some are very good in develop the technology like that. So these are the capacities, the capabilities of the mind of a person. So here the point is that if we should protect the literary work, the artistic work of a person, so that the person will get the money and will give more and more good things to the people, to the society, and society will enjoy it. For example, in the ancient time, there was a proverb in our country. We are having so many goddesses, two important goddesses. One is goddess of money, Ma Lakshmi, goddess of knowledge, Ma Saraswati. So it was a proverb that there was the inverse relationship between these two. Inverse relationship means somebody is good in education, in knowledge, may not have the money, adequate money. For example, in the ancient time, that Munshi Premchand, the Hindi author, very rich knowledge-wise, Shakespeare in English, very rich knowledge-wise, but both persons were very poor. And if you see today on Munshi Premchand work, you will find more than 1,000 PhDs in Hindi in India. Similarly, if we give the example of the Shakespeare, that more than 1,000 people have completed their PhD on the work of Shakespeare. So in fact, now we have linked these two things. Both goddesses are very happy to cooperate with each other. If you are very good in say the knowledge, if you are very good in writing, then you have no dearth of money. If you're writing novel, your novel will be accepted by the producers, and they may make movie on your novel, and you will get no dearth of money like that. So this is the reason why we should protect the copyright. What is the copyright law in India? This act was passed in 1957, and after that this law was amended in so many times in 83, 84, 92, 94, 99, and finally it was amended in 2012. So these were the various amendments. Where is the Copyright Office located in India? This is the address. This is Registrar of Copyrights, Copyright Division, Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. In fact, there is only one office in case of the copyright in our country. Why there is the one office? Because it is not compulsory that you return a book and you should obtain the copyright. But you should do that because suppose there is some say the theft in your house, then you have to prove this item, this is my item, this is my item. But already you have registered your work. Then it means that if somebody will try to steal your work, that immediately you can contact the police, and because you will have the certificate in your name, the copyright, then you will be benefited. Then the question may be that can an idea be copyrighted? No, no idea. Any idea will never be copyrighted or patented unless you convert the idea into the physical form, in the form of a book, in the form of a novel, in the form of a poem, that it will be protected under the copyright. What is the term of copyright protection in India? That in our country, the term of the copyright, this is the throughout the life of the author plus 60 years. It means that if you have written a very good book, then you will enjoy the benefits throughout your life. After the death of the author, that the children and the grandchildren of the author may be benefited. So if you see this law, that Gandhi and Nehru family, they are getting huge royalty on the work of Pandit Nehru and Mahatma Gandhi. And recently, Rabindra Bharati University approached the MHRD, sir, enhance this limit 60 years because they are getting huge grant on the work of Guru Rabindranath Tagore. But anyhow, this is the law, and as per the latest law, throughout the life of the author plus 60 years, the person will get the benefit. And in case of copyright in cinematographic films, records, photographs, posthumous publications, anonymous and pseudonymous publications, works of government and of international organizations like WTO, this World Bank, the term of protection is 60 years. And from the beginning of the calendar year. Then in case of broadcasting authority or an organization, the broadcasting reproduction rights in respect of the program broadcast by it, the life is 25 years. So in case of the TV serials, this is the 25 years. What are the rights of a copyright holder in the case of literary, dramatic, or musical work? So deliberately, I'm not discussing these because you participants will not be affected by these terms and conditions. These are purely for the film industry, music industry. So I do hope that you are not linked with this side. So now, can any person translate a work without the permission of the owner of the copyright in the work? You know that here, if you are having some doubts and confusions, you write down these. I will give the adequate opportunity to discuss with me any doubt, any confusion, any query. Okay, so don't disturb like that. So, can any person translate? No, a person cannot translate enjoying copyright without the permission of the copyright owner. It means that, say, for example, you written in English, you wish to translate it into Hindi or in Urdu, you cannot do like that, or vice versa, without getting the permission of the original author. Otherwise, this work will be illegal. Is there any copyright over news? No. The aim of the news is to spread to disseminate the information among the people. But under the related rights, that the news reader's style will be covered under the law. It means, say, for example, Deepak Churasa has his own style. Rajat Sharma has his own style. The styles of the news readers will be protected under the related rights. What is understood by copyright industries? Nobody thought in the early stages that the copyright may cover the industries also. But if you see nowadays, it's considered to be a very important right in several industries such as book industry, music industry, film and television industry, computer industry, database industry. These are covered under the copyright. So those who are from the computer engineering, that you can cover your work under the copyright. Say, for example, if you wish to develop a software, the software will be covered under the copyright. But it is covering both the laws that I will tell you. Are computer programs protected under copyright? Yes. Indian Copyright Act, amended in 1984, accommodated the rights in a computer program as a literary work. How is computer defined for the purpose? Computer includes any electronics or similar device having information processing capability. This is the definition of computer as per the copyright law. What is the definition of a computer program? Computer program means a set of instructions expressed in words, codes, schemes, or any other form, including a machine-readable medium capable of causing a computer to perform a particular task or achieve a particular result. Can software be protected through copyright? Yes, software is protected under the copyright law, but it is protected under the patent law also. That you will ask me the difference. The difference is if the software is inbuilt with the hardware, that will be protected under the patent law. But if it is separate from the hardware, that will be protected under the copyright law. For example, if you operate your computer, if you operate your laptop, then you will find when you open the software, you will find the copyright, because it is separately loaded on the hard disk. So it is different from the hard disk. This is the difference. So if it is linked with the hard disk, that will be covered under the patent law, but it is separate from the hard disk, that will be covered under the copyright law. Can copyright be a useful form of protection in biotechnological inventions? You know that most of the biotechnological inventions are covered under the patents, but where the huge databases are required, these researches will be covered under the biotechnological, because the databases are covered under the copyright law. Otherwise, that most of the researches are covered under the patent, but only the researches where huge databases are required, that will be covered under the copyright law. If an employee in a company develops a program, would this employee own the copyright? No. Here the answer is very simple. Unless the employee is having some contract with the employer, otherwise, that whatever the work you will do in a company, that will be the property of the owner of the company. For example, you are working in the engineering college. If you write a book, if you write a research paper, if you get a patent, that will come in the name of the institute, not in the name of the individual. Say IPR policy, that I will discuss later on this IPR policy also. NIT Kurkshetra is having the IPR cell, I am adding the IPR cell, and we are giving the all assistance to the persons who are filing the patents in our institute, and it is free of cost. All the expenses are covered by the NIT Kurukshetra, but the ownership will go in the name of the NIT Kurukshetra, not in the name of the individual. Individual will become the innovator. What is the rule for the transfer of copyright? Okay, it is the property of an individual. It may be transferred to the other person, to a specific region, to the other country, because it is the property of an individual. So that may be transferred as per the wish of the individual. So for the entire world or a specific country or territory, for the full term of copyright or part time or part thereof, relating to all the rights comprising the copyright are only part of such rights. How much of someone else's work can I use without getting permission? Very, very important, because you academicians always will be affected by this. So you will not find a uniform rule, but the rule here you will find that you do not take more than 4 or 5 words at a time. And what are the work you get from others, you just give the quote from where you have borrowed this work, name of the publisher, name of the article, name of the book, name of the publisher, page number, the complete address you must give, otherwise you will find yourself in trouble. Don't quote the work of others without giving the proper quoting. As an academician, when you write a research paper, when you write a PhD thesis, when you write any, say, the monograph, if you are quoting the work of others, you don't steal as such. Even in case of, say, the online and this all that side, it is very simple to cut and paste, but it is very simple also, because nowadays you are having the software and all that side, this plagiarism and all that side. To avoid such of the situation, you please be careful. If you are giving even the news article also, you must give the full quote of the news, on what date, who is the author of the article, like that. So proper quote you must give. Without giving the proper quote, you don't give the work of others. Otherwise, you will find yourself in trouble. Nowadays, these laws are very important, and enforcement agencies are taking the care. So is a television format protected by? Yes. Under the related rights, it is also protected under the copyright law. Is a character protected by copyright? You will surprised to see this particular, say, the part of the copyright law in our country, the clause of the copyright law. So you know that suppose you are writing a novel, that you will develop some characters. So these characters are also the property of the author. This is the point here. So for example, if you see the movie Sholay, in the Sholay there were the various popular characters like Biru, Basanti, like that. So these characters are also the property of the Salim Javed. If other authors would like to develop such characters, they have to get the permission from Salim Javed, otherwise they will be in trouble. And not only the characters, even the dresses of the characters are also protected under the copyright law. In 2006, one movie was released, Bunty and Bubbly. Most of you have seen this movie. In this movie, that heroine of the movie, the case is related with the dress of the heroine of the movie. Rani Mukherjee was the heroine. Then there were the two persons. One was the costume designer, another was the dress designer. So costume designer prepared a very good dress for the heroine of the film, but immediately the dress designer objected and said it was my design. Costume designer said that I have purchased it from the footpath market from Bombay. But anyhow, there was the dispute and both they went in the court. So this is so serious law that the characters and the dresses of the characters are also covered under the copyright law. So please be careful, because these laws are very popular nowadays. Now, this is the point here, in fact, that it is not a part of the copyright law, but it is very important. So I'm giving the definition of the plagiarism, otherwise you will ask me, because nowadays that if you wish to submit a PhD thesis, or if you are guiding the PhD thesis, or if you are writing a research paper, or if you are a researcher, then you will be affected by this. And when you will submit your research paper for publication, you have to submit the plagiarism report also. Then you will find it should be not more than 10% or 15% or 20%, but you just try to understand what is the plagiarism. Wrongful appropriation and stealing and publication of another author's language, thoughts, ideas or expressions. So these are the four words basically. Another author's language, thoughts, ideas or expression, rather the three important words, and the whole plagiarism you will find here. It means that if you are borrowing stealing the language of other authors, that will be the punishment. Or if you are saying no, I have changed the language but thoughts are the same, again this the plagiarism. And if ideas are same, expressions are same, the whole this film industry, then this will be the part of the plagiarism. It is very wide definition. Close imitation, the another close imitation, the representation of them as one's own original work. This is also the part of the plagiarism. So these are the only 2 points about the plagiarism. But as a researcher, as an academician, you must aware that what is the plagiarism and how serious the plagiarism is. That I will give few case studies here. So which are the common copyright infringement? In fact, these are the common copyright infringements. But here I am telling you, you know that say for example nowadays you will find that suppose you are in the library and you find a very good article and you wish to get the this photo copy of the article, that the librarian will say, sir, 1 or 2 page you can get it, otherwise the whole article will not do that. So what are the reasons for that? You know that then you will find that okay, you are having a book and you are teaching in the class, that you can follow the book and you can give the notes also, nothing is to worry. It is within the rules. You can consult a book, you can copy the book, that will make no difference. That will not affect any violation of the law. But where is the violation will take place? Violation will take place, what is the spirit of the law? So for example, in your area, you wish to purchase a book written by foreign author. The book is very costly in computer engineering, in other engineering subjects, that you will find that books are very costly. So you wish to purchase a book, book contains 500 pages and the price of the book may be 10,000 rupees. Now your mind will react you because your mind is very fertile, that you may say that why we are purchasing this book, that okay, 500 pages only, and you can issue the book from the library in your name and you can get the photocopy of the book. It is okay, fine, you can do that, nothing is wrong with this, no violation of the law, and you may have these 500 pages with you. But further your mind may react, okay, that what can you do? You may become the businessman, you can bind these 500 pages in attractive form and then you start to selling these copies in the market. Then it is highly objectionable, violation of the law, and the person may go behind the bar. We are having so many examples how the publishers are doing this business or were doing this business before this law. It means that the royalty laws will go to the publisher from abroad and the author from abroad. So these activities are completely prohibited as per the law of the copyright in our country or all over the world. So avoid such type of things. For your academic purposes, you can use, nothing is to worry. If you are quoting some part, you can give the proper quote, nothing is to worry. But if you will do the commercialization of the work from the work of others, that is punishable things. And a copyright infringement, yes, it is a criminal offense. So the punishment is very tough also. This is the act, particularly section 63 of the Copyright Act. And type of the punishment, the minimum punishment for the infringement of copyright is imprisonment for 6 months with a minimum fine of rupees 50,000. In case of a second time, the fine will become double. This is the 1 lakh rupees and 1 year imprisonment. But it is nothing, because now I will give the 2 case studies only due to the shortage of the time. Otherwise, I am not able to complete the whole my presentation. So the चोरी के मामले में डॉक्टर पून्य को जबरदस्त that you are aware about Bhagat, that when this 3-hit movie was released, that Bhagat was the person who say criticized this the producer of the movie. But the producer of the movie said that what has happened, it is happened. Now don't worry, the movie will be released and you can get the money. He asked various money, then he asked a huge money from the producer of the film. And finally the person said, okay, if you are having some more stories, you give to me, I will also produce more and more movies. But the case is against Chetan Bhagat. Then what he did, that one author gave her work to him, that for the comments and then what he did that he stolen a story from his stories and he wrote a novel. So this is the case against Chetan Bhagat also, and he is in trouble. Then we have one case study, Deus Ex Reader for fake research. In fact, that you know that you will also follow the same process. When you look at the say the your pay scale 6,000 to 7,000, 7,000 to 8,000, 8,000 to now 9,500 and 9,500 to 10,500, that you will find a process. It means that your work will be evaluated by the experts from outside. So this was the case that Mr. Lal, Yogesh Mathur, that what Yogesh Mathur did. Yogesh Mathur applied for the post of professor. He was the associate professor in physics department in Delhi University. And then when his work was reviewed by the person, the expert become little suspicious. Then what he did, as I told you, that the advantage of the new technology, he put his work, his research work, and he got that the article is the same, the journal is the same, but the name of the author was different. So what he did, that he didn't evaluate his work. He sent the work back to the university to Deepak Nayyar, was the vice chancellor, and he told him that there is something wrong with the person. You just ask him that he has submitted the work of others, but Mr. Yogesh Mathur gave in writing affidavit that this is his original work, and the moment he gave the certificate, then his services were terminated. So the person who was dreaming to become the professor, he was out of the job. So in fact, that these are the very serious laws, as I have told you. So don't do foul play. If you see the another case study, vice chancellor of Delhi University and Deepak Pental, that he also did the some foul play, and he was behind the bars also. A vice chancellor, status person, and when he went back to his original department, he was having a project with his colleague. He published some work, and the person said, "Sir, at least you quote my name." He refused, and then the person complained, and it was proof that Deepak Pental was at fault, and he was behind the bars. After becoming the vice chancellor, that what he wanted, but due to his wrong work, that he went behind the bar also. So this person that some of you may be knowing, very popular person, particularly in the area of the this IPR, intellectual property rights, Raghunath Maselkar, very popular name. He was also involved. He wrote a book. I have read his book also. Book was very good. But what he did, that he quoted the work of others, and he didn't give the quote. Then he was removed from his position only due to this, and the person was from USA. Then it is a global phenomenon that in China also, that such activities were carried out, but the president of the university took the very, say, the strict action, and this PhD students were not allowed, and then the services of two process were terminated also. So we are having the so many examples. These are the images of the three persons, three very powerful persons. The third, Joe Biden. It is the photograph earlier. He is the this president of USA. He was also involved in such of the activities at the earlier stage also. But through these images, I am not encouraging you for doing that, but I am telling you that it is so serious law that even the most powerful persons of the world were also involved in such of the activities. So in fact, that this is the MHRD guidelines to stop the plagiarism. This is applicable to the university's faculty. So if you are not the university faculty, then even then you please be careful. So due to the shortage of the time, I'm not discussing these MHRD guidelines. But anyhow, that if you go by that, that you will find that a student, there is a difference in the punishment. In case of the similarity are between 40 and 60%, student will be debarred from submitting a revised paper for 1 year. A student registration for a program will be cancelled if the similarities are above 60%. The new The teacher whose academic and research paper has similarities range from 10 to 40% with the other paper will be asked to withdraw the manuscript. In case the similarities are between 40 and 60%, they will not be allowed to supervise new masters, MPhil, PhD student for 2 years, and will also be denied the right to one annual increment. It said in case of repeat plagiarism of 60% similarity, the faculty members will be suspended or even dismissed. So these are the new guidelines issued by the MHRD, by the UGC. So please be careful and avoid such type of things, otherwise that may destroy the career of a person. This is the copyright law, and as I have told you that we persons will be affected by this law. All the academics will be affected by this law. So with this advice, now I start the next law. This is the patent law. So because this is the engineering side, the faculty students, most of them are from the engineering side. So as the copyright law is applicable to all the academics, that this patent law is also applicable. And now you try to understand that what is the patent law and what is the meaning of the patent. A patent provides property rights to an invention. And now you will ask me, what is the invention? An invention may be defined as a novel idea which permits in practice the solution of a specific problem. So what is the invention? Invention means that we are having a specific problem, and as an engineer, you are giving the practical solution of the specific problem. This is known as the invention. And this invention will be protected under the patent law, not the copyright law, patent law, because inventions and innovations will be protected under the patent law. Artistic and what type of the one is the artistic work and literary work that will be covered under the copyright law. So these two laws are different, but here the invention and innovations will be protected under the patent law. So now the point is that here I am telling you what is the invention. You can understand. All we are having the mobile handsets with us. What is the biggest weakness of the mobile handset? It may cost say the 2000 rupees or it may cost to 1 lakh rupees. The biggest weakness is that it requires battery recharging. This is the problem. What is the solution of this problem? Recently, Nokia company has filed a patent with US Patent Office and is claiming that if the company has got the patent on this device, the company has developed a device of the auto battery charging of a mobile phone. So the problem, the battery recharging, a company has developed a device and company has claimed that auto battery charging will take place through this device. This is the solution of a specific problem. Obviously, that will be known as the invention. And you just imagine that the companies which are manufacturing the mobile phones, if they will find this device, that what will be the position in terms of the finance of the person who will invent this? Try to think about this. And the mobile companies, they will not mind to pay the huge amount to the person, the inventor. How they will use it? Will the person give the license to these companies or will sell to these companies? This is another issue. So this is the meaning of this side basically. Now this work of a person that will be protected under the patent law. There are the three conditions to get a patent. You just see carefully this, because some of you may be trying to get the patent. One is new, it must be new. If it is not new, patent will not be granted. Second, involve an inventive step. Okay, it is new, but it is involving the old steps, then the patent will also not be granted. Capable of industrial application. Capable of industrial application means that it is new, it is involving new steps also, but it has only theoretical relevance. Then the patent will not be granted unless it is applicable in industry, because it is a costly process. If you wish to try to file a patent at your own, or if you will file a patent through some attorney, that the cost is very huge, very high. So it means that when you will get a patent, if it is not industrially applicable, that what is the use of this patent? It will become liability on a person. Patent shall be granted for both products and processes. You are aware about the products. To produce a product, there may be so many processes. You are aware about as an engineer. Process A, process B, process C. If you see a medicine, a tablet may be manufactured by using A process, B process, or C process. Now, along with the product, that processes will also be protected. So that will also be get the patent status. The product's processes to be excluded from patentability are, these are the three exceptions: an invention which is frivolous or contrary to well-established natural laws, an invention contrary to law or morality or injurious to public health, like cigarette, then alcohol and all that side, plants and animals other than microorganisms. So it means that the plants and animals will not be patented, but microorganisms will be patented. So in early 2000, that there was a new, the turmeric was patented by USA, neem was patented by USA. These are the actually plants. So these may not say the patented, or cow is patented in India. No, how these may be patented? So this was the wrong information, because people were not aware. This microorganisms may be patented, but plants and animals will never be patented. It will be the wrong interpretation of this law. Only the inventions and innovations will be patented under the patent law, and the term of the patent is 20 years. So if you see that our country is the agro-based economy, so here there is the question of the plant varieties. So in fact, that what WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization, if you are aware about this, that what WTO, because as the WTO framed the rules and regulations, WIPO is handling the IPR, the intellectual property rights. These things, these issues are handled by the World Intellectual Property Organization. So here that WIPO has given two options to a country, that okay, you can do one thing. Either you followed the UPO Convention on the protection of new varieties. So new varieties, how these varieties will be protected. If a farmer develops a new variety, how it will be protected. So UPO Convention was given, and through this UPO Convention, there are the certain procedure, rules and regulations. But here that WIPO has given the option, WTO has given the option to the countries that okay, a sui generis system. Sui generis system is that you can develop your own system to protect the new variety. So India has opted the first option, sui generis system. So we have developed our own system, and when we developed our own system, that this the Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights Act was passed by Indian Parliament in 2001, and it was enacted in India to protect the new plant variety. So in case of the agriculture, now we have adopted our own system, our sui generis system, with the help of a law. So this law was passed in the Indian Parliament, and the farmers' rights are covered under the this Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights Act 2001, and the terms of protection is 20 years, and these 20 years will be counted from the date of filing, not from the date of grant. So date of filing, that the 20 years will be counted, and presently it takes 2 to 3 years at the earliest, but maximum to 5 years to grant the patent. So roughly that 15 years the person may use to get the patent, and it is a short-term monopoly also. It means that during the 20 years that the related, suppose you have developed a device and technology, that will be in your name, and you can give the license, or you can sold it also, then you will get the money in return of that, in lieu of that. That will come under the patent law. So here related with this side, suppose you wish to file a patent in your institute, or obviously that with the government of India. So this is the process. That I am not hearing you, as I have told you, please have some patience. I will give you the time to discuss with me your problems, your queries. Here you just listen me carefully. I am telling you that most of the questions that you will, the answer you will find in my presentation. So patent document, you know that it includes three important aspects. If you are planning to file a patent, that you must prepare bibliography. Say for example, suppose you are filing a patent in your area, that you must aware that how many patents have already been filed in this area. So then you will find the patent search. It may be through Google or it may be through some other websites also. Nowadays, you will find the paid websites and you will put the area, you will put the name of the device, and you will get the information immediately that how many patents have already been filed to protect this device. This is the point here. Unless you will do this exercise, you cannot file a patent. Or what are the patent you will file that may not be granted in your name. Then description, you must give the details of the patent. And description prior art means it means that it is a whatever the technology you have developed, that the people were used to this technology. People were using this technology, that patent will not be granted. The people may say, sir, it was a prior art in our country. Current invention, that what is your current invention? What is the current? If there is some drawing is there, that you give the drawing also. And claims means that was the scope of the patent. You will mention that the patent will be applicable in this area, in this area, in this area, in this field also. So these are the information you may have, because here in our institute I am handling all these things, and NIT Kurukshetra has filed more than 50 patents in last 3 years, and about 12-13 patents are granted in name of the NIT Kurukshetra also. So here I am telling my personal experience also, how I am handling all these things. What does a patent document contain? Patent document contains bibliographic data, abstract, description of invention, prior art information, shortcomings in the prior art, complete details of the invention, drawings and workable examples, and lists of claims by the patentee. So these are the information you must have with you when you are planning to file a patent, because when you will fill the application form, that you will find these information, you will fill up these information, the bibliographic data, abstract and description of the invention, prior art information, shortcomings in the prior art, complete details of the invention, drawings and workable examples, lists of claims by the patentee. Then complete specification, in the application form you will find this information, title of invention, what is the title, field to which the invention belongs, whether it belongs to the electronic side, mechanical side, electrical side, computer side, that you have to mention the field, background of the invention including prior art giving drawbacks of the known inventions and practices, complete description of the inventions along with experimental results, drawings, etc. essential for understanding the invention, and finally the claims. So this is the name of the website, www.patentoffice.nic.in, and there are the 4 offices in our country, because the area of the nation is divided and we are having the 4 offices. Now I will show you these 4 offices. So if you wish to have more information, that you may open the website and you will get clear cut the detailed information about all these. So now these are the 4 offices in our country, and I have just shown the images of these 4 offices, and these are the addresses. This Mumbai office, the first is the Mumbai office. Then here the territorial justification, this is the Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Goa and Chhattisgarh, and the UT of Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Chennai office covers Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and the UT of Pondicherry and Lakshadweep. New Delhi office covers Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Delhi and the UT of Chandigarh. Kolkata includes the rest part of the country. So these are the areas of these 4 offices. So you just see in which area you belong, and you will contact the office of this specific area. So this is about the patent side, a little bit about the patent side. So when you will file the patent, you know, it is a costly process. At your own, you will not fulfill these, because there is some legal side also. Then when you hire an attorney will charge the very huge amount, 1 lakh rupees also for patent like that. But your institute may engage some, say the attorney, and institute may pay the fee to the attorney, and you may do that. In India, we are having some agencies also, these agencies are also bearing the cost of the patent, but obviously you will not find the free of cost that they will ask their share in a different form. Say for example, in India, this is the PC, NRDC, they are also helping the individuals. These are government agencies, and obviously they will see the government organizations. But you will not cover this. That is, you have not given the addresses of this. You can approach your local authority, and they may help you to file the patent, because it is a costly process. So you know that again, I am suggesting you whatever the queries you are having in your mind, you please note down all these queries. In the end of my lecture, I will give you the adequate time to discuss your personal problems with me in the form of the question, or any advice if you wish to give me, that I will see carefully. So these are few cases also. Apple wins suit against Samsung. These are the two giant companies in the area of the mobile phone. So one is the Samsung, another is Apple. So Samsung belongs to South Korea, Apple belongs to USA. That there was the controversy that both the companies alleged to each other that they have used the patented technology of each other company. Both they went in the court, that Samsung in South Korea, Apple in USA, and the judiciary of both the countries gave the decisions in the favor of the respective companies. But some persons, the business people, that they contacted both the companies and asked that, "Oh, you are very, say the they say the big companies globally, so don't go in such of the disputes, try to sort out these disputes." So these were sorted out, but this was the case. So how these patents are important? German company's patent for asthma drug revoked. That German company got the patent in India, but immediately the patent was revoked for lacking inventive step, failing to demonstrate therapeutic efficacy or meets section 3D. In fact, this is the section 3D, and if the efficiency of the product will not be increased, the patent may be vacated. So the Indian Patent Office immediately opposed the patent, and it was vacated. Apple to pay $234 million in patent lawsuit. So the person involved is from India. So what he did, that he said that this was related to the microprocessor, that the person said that I have developed this, and this Apple company has used this the microprocessor developed by me, and then you just see the U.S. judiciary awarded the punishment to the Apple company, and the punishment was $234 million. And the person who received it, he was Indian, and Gurinder Sohi, and his this MTech scholars. India wins patent war on hair loss formula. So a little bit about the patent law. So again, here I am telling you that if you are having some queries related with the patent office, then you please go through the website also. You can open the website, or you may contact some attorney to file the patent if you are having something in your mind in the form of the technology, in the form of inventions and innovations, because inventions and innovations always will be covered by the patent law, but literary and artistic work will be covered by the copyright law. Now you see the trademark. The third type of the IPR is the trademark. So, okay, that you participant will not be affected by this, but as a customer you may be affected by this. You must have the idea about this. So what is a trademark? A trademark is a visual system in the form of a word, a symbol, or a label applied to an article of manufacture or sale with a view to indicating to the consumer the origin of manufacture. It helps to distinguish such goods from similar goods manufactured by others in the same trade. So if you have seen the Coca-Cola has written in the special style. So it is a trademark of the Coca-Cola soft drink company. It is the multinational company originated from USA. If you see the another trademark, that you will, if you will pronounce it, you will pronounce it Tata, but it is not Tata. It is T symbol, but normally we pronounce it Tata. But it is the trademark of the Tata Group of Industries, and it is very popular trademark. If you see Tata truck, Tata tea, Tata car, any product produced by the Tata company, then you will find this trademark. So this is the trademark of the Tata company. Suppose you wish to purchase something from the market, you will find so many products. How this trademark will help you only to go through the trademark, that you may able to find out the original product of the company. This is the aim of the trademark. So this is granted for a period of 10 years, and it is renewable after 10 years. So as you are having your driving license, as you are having your passport, then passport will be renewed after a lapse of time. Similarly, your driving license will also be renewed after a lapse of time. That will stand in your name. It is very important, that this, if you will see the trademark, I have shown only one say the slide to you. But if you will find this is the Mahatma Gandhi image, and why I have given you this image. This controversy is related to the German company. There was a German company, and what was the German company? German company manufactured shampoos, soaps, kajal, and lipsticks, and they used the name Khadi. The Indian community purchased these products with the hope that these products are produced by Indian company, and Indian company will be boosted. But when Indian government came to know, that Indian government uh, opposed it, and it was vacated, and Indian government said, "Sir, Khadi, we are attached with the Khadi because during our freedom, then our freedom fighters used this trademark against the Britishers. So we will not allow such type of the products in the market." And when it was vacated immediately, Bangladesh and Pakistan, they also came forward and they said, "Sir, we will also use this Khadi trademark. Our companies will also use this Khadi trademark." And both the countries said we got freedom jointly. We also contributed in the freedom. And it was accepted by India also, because that the manufacturers of the this Pakistan and Bangladesh also said that we also participated in the freedom struggle, so we will also use this trademark. And Indian government also allowed them to use this trademark also. These are having the international implications also. But because today I have only 1.5 hour time, so I'm covering all these issues in say the hurriedly. Anyhow, that you may get the idea. Indigo, Tata Motors, Indigo, you are aware, it is one brand of the Tata group of industry. This is the automobile industry, the Tata Indigo car, that manufactured by Tata Motors. But this Indigo is an airline also. Then Tata Motors went in the court and said that people are confused because Indigo is an airline. That Indigo said, opposed Tata and said, "Sir, we are having different product, because Tata is not having the airline and we are having the airline. So what are the confusion that people are having?" Then it was stayed by the court and said, okay, that Indigo is okay, they are having the different products. But anyhow, that how these may create the dispute. If you see the Aam Aadmi Party, that you may be aware about this, of logo designer, Mr. Sunil Lal, what he did, he developed a logo, and this logo was accepted by the president of the party, Kejriwal. But now Sunil Lal said that I have left the party, so it is my intellectual property, and this logo should also be vacated by the party. So both the group went in the court. So it is so important. Why I'm telling you all this? These are so important issues that the individuals will also be affected, and the companies will also be affected. Then we have the industrial design. What is the industrial design? Industrial design protects the aesthetic aspects, shape, texture, pattern, color of a product rather than the technical features. So here, under the industrial design, we will not bother about the this technical side. We will bother only about the outer look of the product. So I have given the two images of the two cars. The images are entirely different. Inner side, the type of the technology, the type of the engine these cars are having, we are not bothering about that. We are bothering only about the aesthetic aspect of a product. Say for example, if you see the car manufactured by Tata Group of Industries, that immediately you will see the outer look and you can, oh, it is a Tata car, it is a Maruti car, it is a Hyundai car, it is the car of the any other company like that. So this is the idea here. This is the industrial design. And this design will not be copied by the other producers, otherwise that will create the dispute. Then we have the geographical indications. What is the geographical indications? You know that geographical indications identify a good as a originating from a territory, a region, or a locality, where a given quality, reputation, or other characteristic of the good is essentially attributable to its geographical origin. So here I have quoted a few examples. You know that suppose you have a product, then the product may be having the specific taste. This taste is due to the geographic conditions. Say for example, if you see basmati rice from Dehradun, basmati rice from Nilokeri, Haryana, basmati rice from Peshawar, these are having the different type of the taste. And these taste due to the geographical indication. Suppose you visit Allahabad, that somebody may say, "Yaar, Allahabad ka amrood khareed ke lana," and you purchase the amrood also, not only the amrood, the plant also. When you will grow the plant here in North India, you will not get the same type of the taste. The taste will be different. This is only due to particular geographic conditions. So these are the geographical indication. Say champagne, Scotch whiskies, these are the examples. So the Scotch whiskey, this is manufactured in the Scotland under the this UK. This area is in UK. We are having the whiskey all over the world. This taste that the people may not find, and this taste is developed only in the Scotland whiskey. So I have quoted the Indian examples also: basmati rice, Assam Darjeeling tea, Kanchipuram sari, Kolhapuri chappal, Kashmiri shawl. These are the other examples. Another characteristic of the geographical indication, we have only one office in our country. This office is in Chennai. In case of the copyright, we have one office. In case of the geographical indications, we have only one office. So another important side about the geographical indications, it is a community right. Community right means individual may not get the advantage. It means that if we talk about the basmati rice, say basmati rice, if the geographical indication will be applied, it means that say in Nilokeri, then the whole farming community, the farmers, they will first form a society, and then the society will go for the geographical indication, will get the tag from the Indian side, because it is a community right. Say for example, if we say Banarsi side will find the 1,000 viewers who are manufacturing the sari in Banaras. So it means that they will first form the association, and this association will apply for the geographical tag through the Chennai office. So it is a community right. In fact, this right will not be given to an individual manufacturer. Then we have the trade secret or undisclosed information. The meaning of this law is that trade is having the secrecy, is having the commercial value only due to the secrecy. If the secrecy is leaked, the trade will over. I have quoted here two examples. Coca-Cola concentrate. This is a worldwide famous soft drink, and the concentrate company using, nobody is aware about this concentrate. If the concentrate is open, then the trade will over immediately. The people, by using the same concentrate, may manufacture the cold drink. So similarly, that if you see that this concentrate may be prepared in the homes also, then who will go to purchase the Coca-Cola? So it means that if this secret will be leaked, that the trade will over immediately. Fish treatment for asthma. In Hyderabad, there is a family, few families, and these families are aware that those who are the asthma patients, they are providing them the treatment through fish. Normally, the people may take fish also, and all we have seen the fish, but we do not know that how the treatment will be given through the fish. So this is also an art, and this is the secrecy. And the family members, if we leak the secrecy, the trade will over immediately. So these are the examples. This will come under the undisclosed information. These are the, in fact, case studies. So here I am not discussing these case studies. Last type, layout design of integrated circuits. So you are from the engineering side, particularly from the electronics experts, that they can aware that if we see a laptop, if we see a computer, any electronic device, that we are having the circuit, the integrated circuit. So it is also protected under the IPR laws, and for the protection these products, we are having the layout designs of the integrated circuit. So in fact, these are the laws. Now here I am giving you one example. Example is, you know, that suppose you are having your laptop with you, then the software in the laptop. If the software is separately developed, that will be called under the copyright law. If it is inbuilt with the hardware, that will be called under the patent law. Then the machine which is using in the laptop, that will be called under the patent law. Outer look of the product, that will go under the trademark. Then the logo, so the outer look, industrial design, and the logo that will be used, that will come under the trademark. So how these laws are using in the manufacturing a product. So in day-to-day life, the companies, all the companies are having the IPR office, and how they are using these office, they are having the attorneys, they have had the attorneys, and all these attorneys are handling the issues related with the IPR laws. So these are the IPR laws in brief. I will take 5 minutes more without winding up, because I will give the opportunity to ask me the questions. So relevance IPR, these are the theoretical aspects. This is the history of IPR in India. The first law came in 1856. Then how it was revised in 1859, 72, 83, 88, and then in 1911, 20, 30, 45, because this was before the independence, and that we were part of the British Raj. So we didn't have any independent system. The system was covered by the Britishers. Then after post independence, 1952, 1953, modifications in the Industrial Act. In 1970, the Indian Patent Act came in our country. In 1957, this copyright law came in our country. And 1995 to 2005, the 10 years, this origin of the WTO, that amendments and new acts to comply with WTO requirements. So these three laws were formed after 1995: geographical indications, layout designs of integrated circuits, protection of undisclosed information. Besides these four laws, and now these are the laws in our country as far as concerned about the IPR. So patents, copyright, trademarks, design, geographical indications, layout design of integrated circuits, protection of undisclosed information, and new plant varieties act to protect the this new plant varieties in our country. So this is the status of the IPR laws in our country at present. Then, you know, this is the new IPR policy. What is the genesis of the new IPR policy? This policy was announced in 2016. You know, after taking over the charge as a Prime Minister, our Honorable Prime Minister visited USA to get the FDI, foreign direct investment. The industry people of USA, that they told our Prime Minister, sir, we are having some reservations to invest in your country, because in your country people are very intelligent, very cunning, and when we will come in your country, we will not come along with the only with the financial resources. We will come along with the sophisticated technologies, new technologies, and your manufacturers are not aware about these technologies. But we are having the fear that in your country IPR laws are not up to the mark, and first to make these IPR laws up to the mark, then we will show our interest to invest in your country. And the fear, they said that what are the technology we will use, that your manufacturers will use our technology and make competition for us. So we don't want this situation. So keeping view this background, Modi ji asked the experts, what are these laws they are discussing? They told them, sir, these are the laws. And then he framed the policy. He asked the experts to frame the policy. So this is the policy IPR awareness to aware the people about this. That is why the organizers have conducted this workshop. Generation of IPRs, to stimulate the generation of IPRs, legal and legislative framework, administrative and management. Objectives of the new IPR policy, these are the objectives: commercialization of IPRs, enforcement and adjudication, human capital development. So these are the main features of the IPR laws in our country and IPR policy. So with these words now, thank you very much for giving me a patient hearing. So now open the session for the discussion. So you are welcome to ask me the questions, any queries in this regard.
Um, Thank you very much, sir. It was really a very good presentation, very useful and very informative talk on IPR, different aspects of IPR. So now I would like to invite people to ask their queries if they have. Otherwise, I have a few queries. So later on, I'll just ask after the participant will ask. Okay, so just sir, regarding copyrights, I have few questions. In our college campus, generally to highlight our research activities, we generally publish two research newsletters twice in a year. So in that, we just say that okay, what are the publications, what are the research activities are just been going on in core campus. So, sir, it's a booklet kind of thing. So, do we need to take copyright in that booklet also?
No, it is published by your institution. There is no need to get the copyright. But if you get it, it is okay. 10 minute copy your style because you have developed in the different way. So you can do this also. Otherwise, you go ahead. There is no need because this is developed by an institution, by your institute. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir. My next query is also related to copyrights. We publish like papers, books on elsewhere, on different publication houses. So, like if I have published a book on elsewhere, and now I have already the soft copy of that book. I have the soft copy of my papers because I got the master copy of the papers published in a
Mm.
good publication house.
Mm.
But those publication house like are not free. We have to take subscription if you want to see the paper. And if as an author now I don't have copyright of that paper, that copyright is with the publication house. So if I am supplying that paper or that soft copy of the book to my
Uh,
students,
you are talking about the editing book, edited
yes,
book.
yes, sir, edited book and research papers as well.
Okay, that is normally what the publishers are doing. They will get the copyright from your
Yes, sir.
side and they will say that you give your copyright to us because
Yes,
you
sir.
are publishing your article in a book and
Yes.
you will get the advantage that you will show it this as a
Yes.
publication. But
Yes.
because here money is involved and this the publisher they will get the money by selling this book in the market. So
Yes,
what
sir.
they will do that the standard policy is that the publishers from other countries what they will do they will give some lump sum amount to the contributors also. But in our country we do not have this practice. We are satisfied that if our article is published and it is in my name, I have got the advantage to publish one article. I will be satisfied. But in abroad people normally provide the money also to the contributors.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I also like got money from elsewhere. Like yearly, they give money. So
Ah,
my question, yeah,
yeah.
my question is that if I am supplying that soft copy of the book or soft copy of the paper free of
Hmm.
cost to my friends, my student, and is it a violation of the copyright?
No, this will depend on the publishing house because you
Okay.
have already given your rights to the publishing house.
Yes, sir. That's why because I have already given my rights, so I
Yes,
cannot
yes.
supply
So now,
free of.
now it will depend on the policy of the publishing house.
Okay, okay,
Your rights you have already given to the publishing house.
yes, sir. Sir, my one last question that okay, if I have like granted, I have received a patent, I have like published a patent, and the life of the patent is 20 years. Then after 20
Hmm.
years, will there be any like any provision that the patent after giving some fee, the patent can be reissued to me, or I have to apply as a fresh?
Yeah, there is one important point here is because I was in hurry that your patent will be renewed also. After 1 year, it will be renewed. Say, for example, you filed a patent today and you get this patent in 2024. Then when the patent will be granted in your name, then you have to submit your renewal fee from the date of filing. So first renewal will be thousands of rupees. After that, they will charge annual renewal.
Okay.
So the annual renewal fee you have to pay, otherwise patent will be vacated from your name.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I think our participants also now received the got the very good awareness about the different aspects of the IPR. So really, in future also we would like to have you in our campus offline for more detailed discussion, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for sparing some time for us. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you. Okay.